Well, one of the big concerns people seem to have about retirement is how to replace their paycheck once they stop working. Thankfully, we've got Todd Yuzdepski, Associate Portfolio Manager with My Private Wealth of Raymond James, to get some advice on the best way to go about creating that regular income in retirement.
Hey, Mike, thanks for inviting me to talk about this. You know, it's a really important topic because oftentimes retirement takes proper planning just to make sure your income flows smoothly. You know, when you're working, you're used to getting that paycheck every couple of weeks into your bank account. We want to make sure that continues to happen. And the goal here is really to recreate that same feeling of a steady, predictable paycheck without stressing about the markets or your bank balance.
And no doubt about it, that's the kind of retirement I'm looking for. What are some of the sources that could provide that predictable retirement income?
Well, government benefits like Canada Pension Plan, Old Age Security can certainly form a foundation, and they can provide you with steady monthly income. Some retirees are fortunate enough to have a defined benefit plan from work that would also give them a consistent monthly income. You know, on top of this, you add things like personal savings over the years into RRSPs, which become RIF accounts, tax-free savings accounts, as well as other investment accounts. And outside the investments in the market, I guess, people might own rental properties or businesses that they get an income from. And personally, I find a lot of retirees that I know work part-time, and not always because they need to, but because it keeps them active, gives them a little extra spending money for holidays.
There you go. That sounds like a ton of moving parts. How do you figure out the best way to put all these income sources together?
I mean, that's where the strategy comes in, financial planning, right? So you don't just want to draw randomly from different accounts, because the order of withdrawals and the timing can really have an impact on your taxes and how long your money lasts. You know, for example, you might want to draw down certain registered accounts earlier if you know your income is going to be higher in the following years, just to minimize your taxes that you pay later, avoiding things like old age security clawback. And then in other cases, you might choose to delay taking government benefits so you get a larger benefit from them in the future. And when it comes to making these decisions, though, every situation is really different. So having that coordinated plan is really key.
For sure. But are there now some common strategies that you can maybe pass along?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like those monthly paychecks, right? So when you choose to take your RIF payments, a lot of people will do it on a monthly basis instead of quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. A lot of people also have non-tax sheltered accounts, and they'll take that natural cash flow from their stock dividends or their income bearing investments, and they'll flow those directly to their bank account. And then other people that don't want any market risk at all might buy something like an annuity, which can provide them with a guaranteed income. But often it's a blend of these approaches, Mike.
Perfect. Well, thanks very much for the time. Todd Yuzdepski is an Associate Portfolio Manager with Raymond James Limited, member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can find him online at myprivatewealth.ca.
Thanks, Mike.